So today we're going to talk about new love, okay? Hi, it's Jolene here from Chi Lifestyle, and we're going to do a pick a card reading and find out who's coming into your life next, okay? So your next love, your love life in the next coming couple of months. Timing obviously is different for every single person, and this is always timeless anyway. So ask your spirit guides now to give you a sign as to which pile you are needing so that you know what's next in your love life. Right, this is your pile selection. We have 3 piles in front of us. We have the opalite for pile number 1. We have black and white moonstone for pile number 2 and the green malachite for pile number 3. So pause the video. Take your time, don't rush. This is not one of those reasons to rush, okay? You want the information, take your time, make sure Spirit Guides gives you the right pile, the right number, the right stone, okay? Timestamps are always down below in the description box, so you can check the timestamps and see if any of those stand out to you. I'm going to start with pile number 1. Hello, if you chose the opalite for pile number 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get those cards at the end. And I like to get to, today I'm using my inner child deck. It feels like we need some kind of, they're beautiful cards and they've got a lot of fairy tales though. So let's get into the fairy tale of your next relationship. Right, we knock out all old energy, we call in all our spirit team and ask them to please bless this reading with truth for pile number 1 who needs to know about what's next in their love life. 10 of Cups and 5 of Hearts. Wow, these are like opposites. Okay, so what it's telling me is that right now you feel like there's nothing around you. You looking at all the things that you lost. You feel like you perhaps are being abandoned by people and that love is not even near you. But 10 of Cups tells me that not only is it near, but it's going to be good. It's going to be worth the wait is what I'm getting. Okay, it's going to be worth the wait. Right, so who is pile number 1's next love? What's next? Wow, Hansel and Gretel. That's also the Lovers card. This is really great. Wishing upon a star. Wow, brilliant start. Also, Major Arcanas. 4 of Hearts. 3 of Hearts. Okay, sorry. This deck is so huge, so I'm going to move away my little leprechaun, my Irish good luck, and we're going to move it aside. Okay, so let's get into it. So we've got, sorry, pause your video, I had to get earphones. I apologize for any background noise. So pile number 1, your person, your next love, what's in there? So Hansel and Gretel in this deck is about the Lovers card. But in this deck, it's very much about duality. So duality in life is really about balancing the opposite of sexes, okay? There's a lot about, so what I'm thinking is, there's a deeper bond between you and your next love or the next love interest that you have, your next relationship. And the only way to get this relationship to really work, you need to respect each other's duality, okay? Because I am getting there is a lot of opposites attract here, okay? So if you are a masculine, and you are masculine, you know, like you do all the, you like the, you know, like sports, you know, climb trees, you know, kind of masculine kind of energy, then this person's very feminine, okay? So they like maybe perhaps quiet, reserved kind of energy. If you're the feminine and they're very quiet and reserved times, and this is the opposite, okay? So not necessarily about male and female, it's more an opposites in the energies, okay? So you'll have to find a duality between the two of you to make this work, okay? The wishing upon the star, it does feel like this is something that you've both wished a long time for, okay? So it's not like this isn't someone that you've been thinking about or wanting. This is definitely something that you've been thinking about and wanting a lot. And it does, I mean, spirit guides are saying, you know, careful what you wish for, because it does feel like it's coming in. And this is at a time when you just feel like all hope is lost, okay? You've been hurt, you've been abandoned, you've only got half a heart there. You feel tattered and torn. Really feel like you're lost in deep emotions. But really, you're not alone, okay? It feels like so you may miss this opportunity or feel like you're missing out on an opportunity because your focus is very much on what you don't have. Your focus is very much on other things and not seeing this person's arrival, okay? Now, for some other of you, I'm also getting that this person may not see you or sense you. They may be going through quite a lot, at the time. But what I'm getting ultimately is that it's like when you least expect it, this happens, okay? For the person, if you are someone who you know who this is and you feel like you've missed an opportunity, then spirit guides are saying you haven't missed the opportunity, okay? You need to just try again. Now, you guys may be friends. You may meet them through friends. There's something about 3 people here, okay? We've got them in the 4 of Hearts. There's 3 people in the 4 of Hearts. And then we've got 3 people in the 3 of Hearts. So there may have been a third-party interference in a situation, okay? May not be for everyone. I'm just throwing it out there. Or again, there seems to be 3 people in the situation or other people, okay? I'm also getting the fact that you and this person have a lot of like a childlike personalities, and you could have a lot of fun together. The Seeker of Wands, this is Dorothy, and she's saying, she goes on this huge adventure because her life again feels boring. So this is definitely someone in this situation. They're so focused on what they don't have that they feel like they need to go on this adventure, and they go on this wild adventure and date other people and meet other people and deal with heartache and deal with pain, and then realize that this person was always there in their backyard, realizing what home really is for them. And that is the real feeling I'm getting here, going on these wild ventures, to see different people. And if you haven't ever met this person, when you do meet them, it's going to be like this, wow, this person's always been here, like in my heart, in my soul, in my energy at least, okay? You might have never met them, come across their path at all, and then realize that they been living in your town, or they've been working in your company, you've just never noticed them, or you went to high school with them, you just never ever noticed them, okay? They've been in your grocery store, okay? Or it's just going to feel like that when you do meet them, like, wow, I've known this person forever. The Guardian of Hearts, I'm feeling like this person's very mature. This person's emotions run deep and will run deep for you, okay? There's a lot of rainbows and pouring into a cup, and that's joy. There's loads of rainbows, actually. The Seeker of Wands has rainbows, and then the Guardian of Hearts has rainbows on her wings, as well as pouring into the cup. We've got the fish there, so fish represent Pisces, so there could be Pisces, Gemini, or Aquarius in their chart. Does not have to be. You would have to know their full birth chart to understand what it could be. 4 of Swords, this person loves adventures, they love holidays, they love getting away. They love to relax, okay? This person enjoys relaxation. They enjoy peace. They enjoy a lot of their own time, or a lot of time away from the hustle and bustle, okay? They might enjoy time but near the water, because we've got a lot of water here, or just going on road trips and things like that. I am getting that, so the interesting thing I'm seeing here is symbols is the dove. Now, I've been doing a deep dive into Gnosticism and the Gnostic beliefs, and very much about the Sophia. And the Sophia is meant to be the Divine Mother. And, well, you'll have to go look up Gnosticism. I'm not going to tell you about the full religion. But the interesting thing is the dove represents wisdom. And, she is represented in many different religions, actually, as the divine wisdom. So it does feel like there's a lot of wisdom behind this situation, whatever it may be, okay? So well, Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So two things of soulmate. Now, soulmate doesn't have to mean this is going to be your forever person that's happy ever after. But there is definitely a soul tie between you and this person, okay? We meet soulmates for different reasons. Each one of them come in for a different reason to teach us different lessons, okay? Not all soulmates are meant to be your forever people. Some come to teach you good lessons, others not so good lessons. So this person is a soulmate, and that's why I do feel like there's this pull, okay? Intuition, yeah, your intuition will definitely help you here. You know, we've got the pillars, the Boaz and the Boaz and I was going to say Jacqueline. This is also the Kingdom of Solomon. Again, we've got the pomegranates. There's a lot about wisdom. It almost feels like, and we've got black and white. Again, the duality. There's a lot of duality here. There's this balancing up that could happen here, okay? But yeah, there's just this, someone's very slow but stable. Oh, and then we've got the Devil card. So I don't know what that is about. Okay. What do I want to ask? So we know that it may be slow in the making, you or this person. Someone maybe needs to make a decision and is very slow, and they need to connect to their intuition. What else do we need to know about the future of, well, you know, what's next? Tell me about the relationship. How's the relationship going to be? What's the relationship going to be like? Is it going to be, you know, well, we saw the Devil card. What was the Devil card representing here? I mean, it doesn't have to be bad things. It could just be codependency. It could just be addictions, you know, loads of stuff behind the sheets. Oh my God, we got the Lovers card. That is crazy. Double Lovers here. Absolutely crazy. Okay. So, there's definitely a soul tie, a soul bond between you and this person. Wow. Okay. Gemini may be very strong in this person's chart. Just throwing it out there. Doesn't have to be. Yeah, there's a sense of waiting and contemplating before an offer is made. It does feel like the offer starts off very small and then it kind of goes big. And then we've got another soulmate card. This is crazy, pile number one. Tower. It's when you least expect it. Yeah, the Tower card means something. One of you has to go through a massive shakeup, a massive aha moment, and maybe have to lose each other before you can find each other. Just it's for some of you out there. It could definitely be someone from the past. It doesn't have to be. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got here. We've got trust. We've got slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold naturally. We have got give your relationship a chance. And we have got pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So again, you know, red flags is something that we all have. We've all got a red flag. You're jealous, that's a red flag. Codependent, that's a red flag. Non-committal, that's a red flag. Okay. And there's always signs in a situation for both of you. Now, you may be someone who likes to dive in too quickly, you know, no questions asked, fall in love, in the bedroom straight away, everything's all passion, rah, 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 and then it's done. Because you haven't taken the time to get to know them. You haven't taken the time to slow down and allow things to, you know, unfold in the right time. Okay, because there was the Knight of Pentacles is a solid knight, but he's a slow knight. It's slow and steady wins the race. So Spirit is warning you, okay? And again, there's a lot of soulmate energy here that if you want it to work, you're actually going to have to slow down. If you go too quickly, you're going to push this relationship and perhaps it might not work out too much, okay? But you are asked to give it a chance as well, you know? You have to trust that if it's meant to be, it will be. And the worst case, and I know no one likes to be hurt, but we've all been hurt and you have survived and you've gotten over that hurt and you have moved on, okay? And you will survive the end if this has to happen again. So, but at least try, because there is a missed opportunity here, okay? So it's either you've already dated this person or you didn't want to date them or they didn't want to date you and it's coming back, or it does feel like one of you might miss the opportunity because for whatever reason, you don't think it's going to happen. So Who is this future person? What is next for you in love? But just, oh, we've got more fish. Sorry. Look here. 2 candles, 2 burning. The passion between you and this person is magnetic. You know, the flame that burns inside you burns inside them. We've got 2 fishes. We've got 2 candles, 2 people dancing, dreaming about each other. Wow. I mean, this is a really important relationship for you. Okay. So regardless, Spirit guides are just saying, you know what, you have to give this a chance. You're never going to know unless you give it a chance, and give it your best. Again, don't even worry about what the future holds. Just trust it and give it your best. If you try everything you can put your hand on your heart, and if it doesn't work out, you can say, you know what, I gave it my all. This is what Spirit guides are saying to you. And then go from there. We don't know until it comes up. Now, we do have already initials B and J, so that may be relevant. So name, middle name, surname. We've got double B. B, E, S. So they could have double letters in their name. U, S. Let's try one more. Lots of D's. For some, that might be middle name, name, and V. Okay. Very weird names. So if you don't see your person's name and this sounds like them, then please take the whole information. But this is what's next for you. It's a really powerful relationship that's coming in for you. How it ends, who knows? But you have to try. And that's the biggest message here is give it your all. Take your time. Don't try to force things. If this person's not ready or you're not ready, take your time, because in the long run, it feels like it is solid and loyal, is what I'm getting. Okay. If this does not sound like your person, then this is not your reading, or this is not the person that they're talking about. Then this is someone that's next, not the person. If your person's a cheater and a liar and they don't commit, then this is not your reading. Okay. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll chat to you soon. Goodbye. Hello. If you chose pile number 2 or the moonstone, then this is your reading. I'm going to get those later. First thing I want to know is, what is next in love for you, pile number 2? Now, remember, guys, this does not mean if you're single, this is your next boyfriend, or it could be an ex returning. If you're in a current relationship, take what resonates, okay? If this doesn't sound like the person you're in a relationship with, maybe this isn't your pile, or this is saying that this is the person after the person you're dating. Okay, so what is next in love for pile number 2? If you chose the white stone, the cards are choosing themselves. There's quite a lot. Let me see how many before I decide. But I will have a look at them because I like to see the story. Okay. I like to see the story, so I'm going to take them. Not two, there's a little more here. Okay, I'll have a look at the story, because maybe there's something at Spirit, because those came flying out. They want you to know about this person. Okay. Oh, a lot. The interesting thing is these all flipped, and I don't really take these as reversals, but I'm going to put them on the side because I feel like there's a story here. Okay. What's next in love for you? What I'm getting here, pile number 2, right? Let me see those cards. Sorry. These cards are so huge. Okay, what I'm getting here is I feel like you were with a person. I'm so sorry for the background noise. You were with someone, okay? You were with someone who was a little bit childlike. Someone who did not want to grow up. Maybe they were either childish or immature, or they had a very childlike view on life. Like, you know, I don't want to have fun. I don't want to get serious. I don't want to talk about anything that's too serious or too deep. Let's rather keep things lighthearted. Let's rather keep things, you know, this person wanted to escape to Never Never Land. You know, they just wanted to escape. And I'm also getting with the Emperor's clothes, this person may have been a little bit vain. Someone in this situation, so someone in a situation that you were in was a little bit vain, and it feels like someone was fooling someone. You know, the Emperor's clothes, they're so vain that they believe that they were going to wear these magical clothes. They were duped because their vanity was so high that they believed that someone was on their side, and then they got embarrassed because then they realized that they were actually butt naked. And naked is really about, again, being vulnerable. And this person, you may have felt, I mean, it doesn't mean that you are vain, but you may have felt, vulnerable, or showed this person your vulnerable side, and you got laughed at. That's really what I'm getting here. Again, someone wanted to escape to Never Never Land. They really didn't want to face the reality of life. And now it feels like for you, you are now discovering your next step, okay? You feel like you're a little bit isolated, or perhaps a little bit, maybe you feel like you need to isolate yourself a little bit, but you're contemplating your next step. You don't want to make the same mistakes. You don't want to go down the same road. You don't want to be choosing someone that's my way or the highway. You don't want to be slipping into the same old tactics, okay? And the cards on the side there are quite interesting, because we've got the Hangman in reverse. And the Hangman's really about spiritual awakening. It's about seeing things from a new light, from a new perspective. So being in reverse just tells me that not only were things in suspension with this person, or this person just did not want to see things in your way, okay? This person refuses to see things in someone else's way, or the way that you want it. This person has such a disconnect from their heart chakra that it's actually, so this is the Seeker of Hearts, and he's the Tin Man. He doesn't have a heart. But in this card, the Dove is bringing the heart healed and bringing it back to the Tin Man, so he gets a heart. Being in reverse, that's telling me that this person was disconnected from their heart. This is Archangel Raphael, the healer angel. It's in reverse. This person did not want to heal. Okay, so they had some childhood wound, and this may be you. Okay, you need to be honest enough with yourself, because if you're not honest with yourself, you're the only one who suffers. Okay, this person did not want to connect to their heart. They had a childhood wound they did not want to talk about. They'd rather go to Never Never Land. Maybe this person liked to indulge in alcohol or drugs, or escapism. I'm really getting someone who prefers to escape, to go out, get drunk, have fun, don't want to deal with the hard stuff, okay? And you've had to take some time out to heal a lot, okay? So I know this is why you're thinking why this has all come up, because it's quite important. Spirit guides want you to understand that this is something that you actually have to heal from, because if you don't, you're going to repeat this pattern. This person may come back, and it's just going to repeat over and over and over. It's just going to be the same thing. Come back with passion and lies, and you get all loved up because they come back with all their things that make you feel good again. This is the slight vanity. Again, I'm not saying that you are vain, but there is the sense of egotistical belief. I want this person to love me. I want this person to praise me. I want to believe that I am the one. You're not the one, okay? You are just the same pattern that they've done with everyone. So this is important for you to know, so that you don't make the same mistake, okay? The Eight of Hearts here is saying it's time for you to leave this situation emotionally, physically, block them. If you don't have to, cut them off, delete their numbers, remove them from your social media. You have to remove this person if you want something better. Okay, so you will not get an next in love if you do not do this, because this person will bring you back in some way or form. Okay, this person has a way of triggering you. This person will message you or reach out if they think you're getting too far, love bomb you. It's just really, it's if you don't disconnect, it's just, yeah, this person will whisk you up again, okay? Because the Ten of Hearts tells me that what Spirit wants to bring for you is something so much better. And with the Wizard here, this is something that you truly want. It's the deepest of your hearts of what you're actually wanting, okay? This is like your genie in the bottle that's coming to you and saying, hey, what do you want? The Wizard grants wishes. So a wish of yours that will make you so happy is coming for you, and that's what could be next in love, but it cannot come forward because of this past person who really is so disconnected from themselves that even if they come back, not going to be for the right reasons, okay? So this is a warning, pile number 2, and I have to give it to you. So there is a bit of contemplating for you to do. You see, contemplating because of the drama. Maybe you have a problem in the sense that you get tied up to the drama, and maybe you have a codependency to drama, just putting it out there. So you got to ask yourselves a lot of questions here, because spirit guides are going, do you actually know what you want? Okay, because otherwise it's just repeated patterns. So if, oh wow, you see your cards are flipping. 5 of coins. You know, that's the cards of pain. Oh my gosh, we've got the devil card. Codependency, pile number 2. If you are suffering with codependency, that is your biggest block, okay? You feel sad, you feel depressed, and so you're so desperate for love, you'll take in anyone, and then you cycle repeats, or you take this person back. You are seriously hurt. Look how badly you're hurt, maybe even financially. Maybe this person took from you, drained you of your finances, of your resources. They left you in the cold. You know, do you really want to go through that again? Do you honestly want to feel like that again? Because if you don't, then you have to change. It's time to close the cycle off. You see how it's just a circle, a loop and loop and loop, and we've got the infinity sign and the infinity sign. This is an infinite loop of toxicity, okay? But you see, you are tied and bound to this person through not positive stuff. A new offer wants to come in, and you need to take a leap of faith into this new situation. Again, it will come to you when you have cut off the other person, deleted their number, banned them from all ways of getting hold of you, okay? Then you allow a situation, see, because this person is coming back in. The judgment card says you have a second chance. Are you going to make the same decisions? Because this is a massive decision. You're going to be judged according to the decisions that you make. You want something that's peaceful and harmonious. There's a choice. There's definitely going to be a choice. Do you want to see the choice, or do you want to go for something that's more of your wishes fulfilled? The 8 of Cups leads to the 9 of Cups, which means we walk away from situations that, again, keep us in a loop, that keep us in tumultuous waters. Look at those waters. That's not calm waters. That's high waves, meaning tumultuous waters, singing the same tune. We stay in this loop until we are ready to move forward. What's on the other end of that moving forward? Something that's solid. So that, you know, the Ace of Pentacles is a solid offer. You know, it's grounded by spirit. It's actually someone that spirit has brought for you. This person is more of a traditional person. This person is more perhaps I'm getting, could be Taurus, not, you know, I have got Taurus, Aries here, Sagittarius, Capricorn. I have got those signs here, but more than anything, I am getting that this person is more traditional. You know, they like traditional values, you know, so when it comes to relationships, this person likes the old-fashioned, perhaps, not always, but the old ways of being tradition, you know, being taken care of, and commitment. This person's more balanced. They like to balance up their life between being grounded and their emotions. So they're not overly emotional, but they're not overly grounded. They're kind of in between the emotions and the groundedness, okay? And this person likes family. So you've got a hell of a lot that could be coming in for you once you release the other person. And that's the thing, you just feel alone at the moment. Again, we have this sense of feeling very alone and sad, but your guardian angels are trying to help you. Okay, take your time. We've got your simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. So be kind to yourself. That's something we often forget. You know, we think we've got to be kind to everyone else, and we go out and we give to everyone, and we forget that sometimes you just need to take this time that you feel like you're alone and not see it as being alone, but give yourself a little bit of patience and kindness. Take a bit of a book, a journal, go sit in, you know, somewhere in nature and write how you feel, write what this person did for you, how you had to handle this, the good times and especially the bad times. Okay, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So you are guided. Your guardian angels are going to guide you towards this next person, but you've got to take the steps. One step, 2 steps, 3 steps. As you take the steps, you'll get closer and closer to this person. And look at that marriage. The situation involves marriage. That's exactly what I was saying earlier. The person that is meant for you is someone who wants marriage. This person is rooted and grounded. Even if it doesn't start off as the most promising relationship, it almost feels like it's a slow burn. You and this person may flirt with each other for a long time until you are ready, or until they're ready, okay? It may start off as an online dating and just chatting for very long periods of time. It's not something that's going to be passionate, and that's the problem. I think you are someone who you are so driven in passion that you often forget what lust and love is, and you confuse the two. And that's the problem, is you keep going down the same paths of choosing lust over love. Love does not feel passion. It feels grounded. It feels good. It feels peaceful. Okay, it does not fit the ego. This is what happens when you feed the ego, is you end up looking like the emperor, foolish, and everyone laughing at you because, I fed my ego. Maybe this person is attractive, and so again, look at me, look what I've got on my arm. And then this person leaves you and everyone's going, what do you have now? You butt naked in a barrel. Okay, so again, take what resonates from that. Wow, T fell right out of the deck. So the initial T could be important. Middle name, first name doesn't have to be. Like I said, I did have the signs here. I've got, well, I think I told you, we've got Sagittarius as a possibility. We have got Aries. We've got Taurus as a possibility here as well. Okay, so we have got a K, a T, and a K. We've got a G. We've got another K and an F. Okay, so double letters in their name. KK could also mean that they've got double letters in their name. We've got an X. This person could be someone from your past. And another T. Okay, so this person definitely has double letters. So if you didn't see your person's initials, don't stress. But again, it will feel grounded, it will feel solid. It may not be wild and passionate to begin with, because that's what you're used to. So it may have to be a friendship that takes the time to develop into something more. But there will be you will have the sense of, wow, something is going to spark between you and this person. So it may not be lust and passion and, wow, this person's gorgeous, oh my God, I can't wait, and the time with them in the bedroom, it's amazing, it's gorgeous. Is that lust? No, this is not the same. This is more of that, I like this person. We can talk. It's gentle. It takes time. And then it gradually increases from there. So make the effort. Don't write them off because they're not your usual type and expectations. Take it slow. Be honest with them. And I think as the time goes by, with patience, this will lead to marriage. Okay, so that's what's next for you. But it's up to you. Let go of this horrible person. Thank you so much. Comment, like, and subscribe. Goodbye. Hello, if you chose pile number 3 or the green malachite, and this is your reading, I'm going to put those cards aside. I'm using these cards today because it's like, these are my cards for the inner child deck, and it's about fairy tales, and, well, we also have fairy tale beliefs. Right. Oh, so we have got the Guardian of Wands and Rapunzel. Rapunzel, let down your hair. So this is a very interesting card, and something pulled me back to it. So this is telling me this is going to be a shock. What's next for you? Shock. Something is just going to be like, it's going to happen when you least expect it. You're dealing with one thing, and this person, you're not even going to see this person. They're riding in your knight in shining armor, so it doesn't matter, male or female, doesn't make a difference. But this person will hear you or see you before you see them, is what I'm getting. They could be watching you on social media, or maybe if you're on dating sites, this person watches you a bit before they reach out. This person may know you and watch you, like, for example, you see them every day, but you don't recognize, or, you don't know it's them. They don't, they know it's you, though. There's a sense of, I am just getting this feeling of someone who knows you or knows of you before they make their move. Okay, they could be in your friend zone or work with you. What's next in love for pile number 3? Okay. The 3 little pigs. Interesting. 3 little pigs. What's next in love? The Midas touch. I don't take reversals, but if it's reversed, as I said, I never ever, I always make sure my cards are upright. So if they come out reversed, that's interesting because there's something there. Okay, I just want one more. Pile number 3. What's next in love? What's next in love? Okay. I don't always say the bottom of the deck, but this one came to me. So the yellow brick road. That's quite interesting, actually. Pile number 3. The 3 little pigs. So, spirit guides are saying to you that what's coming for you is going to be something that's going to be quite shocking, out of the blue. This is someone who, as I said, if you're on a dating site, this person will eye you out or your profile out a few times before they actually make their move, okay? This person could be in your circle, this person could be in your workplace, this person could be at the same shops that you shop at every day, but there's a sense of this person knows you. This person could be your friend on social media, okay? There is a sense that this person's watching you, like, obviously not in a freaky way, but they have a thing for you and they're going to take their time to make a decision, okay? This person could be, and again, I just throw it out there, Leo, Sagittarius, or Libra, okay? Those are the signs that come out. You'll have to know their full birth chart to know exactly what they are. This person has made some bad choices. The 3 little pigs, remember we have the little pigs, they were all given money to go and build their houses and sent off, by their mother to go and look after themselves. The first little pig built the house of straw, the second little pig with the house of sticks, and the third little pig with the house of bricks, okay? Each one of them bared the consequences of their choices. We know that the straw house and the sticks house got blown down by the big bad wolf. So that's basically, the big bad wolf, the karma, the reality of life comes and blows you down or knocks your dreams right out, okay? The one who makes the good decisions, he builds his house out of bricks, and then in the end makes the second decision of building a fire through the fireplace so that he can destroy the very thing that's out to destroy him. Okay, so through great decisions, we get great results. So that's really what I'm getting here. This is someone who may have made some bad decisions. They built the house with straw and the sticks beforehand, and this time they're not making the same thing. So that, again, I am getting this. They will watch you, they will analyze you, they may ask your friends about you before they make their move, okay? The Midas touch here, this person may be a little bit obsessed with money, okay? They are perhaps King Midas, so he, there's a lot of ancient talk about King Midas, he was obsessed with gold and he just couldn't get enough, and no matter how much he earned, he just wanted more and more and more and more. And what happened was he eventually had the Midas touch, that everything he touched turned to gold, and literally turned to gold. So he turned his house, his toilet paper, his bed, and eventually he touched his daughter. And by the time he realized what he had done, it was too late. And then he touched his food. So he had all this money and he had all this riches and he had everything he ever wanted, but then he couldn't eat, he couldn't have love. He was now realizing that money could not give him everything. In fact, it destroyed the very things that he loved. And so he had to wash himself into the river to wash all the gold off of him, and everything then turned back from gold, but he lost all the gold. And his true lessons in life is more about that money doesn't buy everything. So be careful what you wish for, okay? I do get a little bit about this person, that perhaps they are a little bit money driven or a little bit focused upon the financial world, so they might have a few lessons to learn, okay? The 7 of Swords, this is about writing your future. Like, well, what does the future hold for you? It's like he's got the swords represent truth. The 7 of Swords, in traditional tarot, the 7 of Swords is either trying to get away with something, or it's very much about trying to sneak off or trying to make a good plan. Okay, in this deck I'm really thinking it's more making a plan. It's using the truth to not repeat the same patterns. This tells me in reverse that there may be sabotage here, perhaps you or this person, or that the future really is not written. So you got to give it time. There's no, how can I put it? What are the words I'm thinking of? We don't know what the future holds in this situation. So maybe you need to go with the flow, because we've got the Three of Crystals and they're playing, I was going to say hopscotch, and it's not hopscotch, it's jump rope, skipping, whatever you call it. And that's also about teamwork. And perhaps it's just about trying to have more of an adventure. It does feel like there may be a little bit of rigid stuff here. Again, you know, we don't know what the future holds with this next love. There's, if you follow the yellow brick road, which means follow the path of happiness, I kind of feel like it will work out, okay? Again, there's a sense of chasing the climb, or chasing something. And sometimes you just got to stop chasing. Sometimes you got to stop controlling. Sometimes you need to stop being so concerned with the future, and you just need to be present, because you may lack adventure if you so serious. For example, I do feel like there could be balance here. There could be possibilities of working together. There could be more fun, and maybe not taking it so seriously, following the yellow brick road and just see where it goes. Okay, so this is your next love. Is not something that you need to be so serious about. Take your time. Decide if this is a good choice or not. It kind of feels like it's one of your choices to make, one of their choices to make. So go on the adventure, okay? See what it has to offer before you feel like you have to, like maybe you or them. I feel like maybe you is a little bit more rigid, like I need to know where we are in the situation. Look, if you feel like you're being taken advantage of, say so. And if they carry on, then you know, you're a red flag, let's run, run away. If that's not the case, it's just a matter of, chase it, go after it, see what it has to offer before you want to jump ship. Okay, so it's interesting. Yeah, the Four of Wands. I mean, if you are willing to put the work in, and if the soil is good enough, I do feel like it has the possibilities. This is an answered prayer. So again, yes, be careful what you ask for, because it's being answered. The prayer is being answered. So now you have to decide, once you actually get it, is it going to be worthwhile? Again, take your time as you get to know them. I love you. These are powerful words. So yeah, I mean, this person may tell you quite quickly that they love you. Again, these are very powerful words, getting to know each other, and passion. Yeah. So allow your heart to sing with joy. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, the bond will deepen. So I'm really not getting anything really bad in this possible situation, in this relationship, your next situation. I'm just thinking, go on the adventure, try it out. Don't have such stuck perceived ideas as to where it needs to be. Okay, so tell me more. What is the future of this person's? What's next for pile number 3 when it comes to this situation? What's next? What is next? Okay, look, there could also be other things coming in to pull or sabotage. So now I don't know if that came out and around. So up or down? Okay, so there is a bit of my way or the highway, or there could be other people coming in to try and deal with this. Again, there is this sense of making final judgments. Let me see, what else? Tell me why that's here. Why is the Five of Swords here? What does it mean? Okay, so it could also be, like I say, trapped emotions, fear from the past, sabotage because of past choices or past decisions. So there is a lot of the past that could be affecting. Judgment card again, B and J. Using your intuition, okay? For some of you, there could be other options. So you may be dealing with other options in your life, and you have to cut through the illusions when you make your choices, Some of these are for you. Some of them are not for you, okay? The Hierophant is really commitment. There is passion here. There's definitely passion, but there could also be some kind of drama. We got a double justice card here. Queen of Cups, there is emotions. You have to put the effort in, okay? I'm getting, you have to put the effort in here. Whatever it is, don't be trapped in your emotions. Don't play the same cards from the previous relationships. Don't bring past dramas into the relationship. Give it its fair chance and see where it goes from there, okay? Because there are emotions here. This could lead to marriage with the Hierophant card, okay? The Justice card, Hierophant card could mean to legal contracts here. If you have balance equal give and take. If you both try and you both put in the effort and you both put in the work and you take your time, there is possibilities here, okay? But you have to get to know each other, and you've got to do that slowly, and you've also got to reveal your deepest wounds to this person and be honest with them. Otherwise, it's just going to be, but the words "I love you." So there's definitely going to be love in your next relationship. But again, just be careful. Okay, let's get some initials. Who is pile number 3's next? Now, again, you may not see your person's initials. Signs, we've got double Libra, so strong Libra in the chart. We've got Taurus, we've got Leo, we've got Sagittarius. Yeah, those are the strong signs that we've got. We've got an M, we've got a G, we've got an E, and we've got an S. Okay, let's we also had a B and J there as well. So I'm just going B and V. So those are the signs that I have for you, pile number 3, of the possibility of what's next for you in love. Again, I'm just getting, take your time. You don't have to always know the outcome. It may lead to marriage, it may not. But if you put in the effort, you will know what comes after this, okay? So just take your time to get to know them. Comment, like, and subscribe. That's what I have for you. Thank you and goodbye.